Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. So they've released the body cam footage for an incident with a player from the Milwaukee Bucks, Sterling Brown. This occurred on January 26th, so quite a ways ago, and where he's parked illegally, and one thing leads to another, and he ends up getting tased and handcuffed and arrested, and just got totally out of control. The chief of police of Milwaukee, who I think is the new chief of police, I don't know if he was the chief of police when this incident took place, I'm not real sure of that, but he gave an apology. The officers were disciplined. I don't know which officers were disciplined. I think there's a sergeant. He calls for one, patrol car to come, as a backup, and ends up several other officers end up showing up. I think there's six by my count there when it finally gets to the point where they tase him. So he's parked illegally. I think this first sentence sums it up just right. It says there is no doubt that Brown clearly committed a parking violation. It also looks like the officer could have just served him a ticket and everyone could have been on their way. That would have been the end of it, man, right there. So he's parked like perpendicular. He's across two different handicapped parking spots in front of a Walgreens. It's late night. I think it's like 2 in the morning. He's probably going in there to get something. Whatever. Whether it's an aspirin or so. And I guess nobody's there. That's probably why he parked that way. But the officer was, I think, irritated by it and just went from there. I'll play the body cam footage. The audio is not the best, and then he the next day after the incident, he had marks on his face. I mean, he's a basketball player; everyone could see. He refused to comment on it. I mean, he had pretty he was banged up. So let's check it out.
How you doing? You got a driver's license? Where's that? Where's your driver's license? Back up. You don't see the issue here? Hold on. You don't see the issue here. You're not parked across 3 lanes? Yeah, it's cool. 2390. Can't get another spot here. Back up. Back up. What? Are you obstructing me? I just told you to back up. I just told you to back up. Everything is on the camera, okay? You touched me first. That's right. I told you to back up. Because you're going to try and get in the car. I'll do what I want, all right? I own this right here. You don't own me, though. So what's your name? I didn't say I own you. I said I own this. Well, this to me don't touch me. What's your name? What's your name? I'm asking you. I'm telling you. These are simple questions, man. No, I'm answering. These are simple questions. No, you're being all bad asking me, all right? I asked you a question so I could verify this, okay? You don't think I see these that are whatever? I don't know. Fake? So I'm asking you your name. I use real IDs. Okay, I don't know who you are. Okay, so that's why I asked. Okay. I asked for an ID. These are legitimate questions, right? I ain't got no problem with it. Okay, well, you look at me like I got something going on in my head, all right? I'm just saying, you touched me. That's the issue. Right, because you got up in my face, okay? I got up in your face? Right. Really? I asked you to back up, and you did not do it. I asked you to back up, and you did not do it. You backed up about 3 inches. All right? Everything I'm doing is on camera, dude. I don't care. These are legitimate requests, all right? So, can you explain this to me? Parked across 2. You have an entirely empty parking lot, and you parked across 2 handicap parking. Going to the Walgreens. At what time? Oh, long enough time where I sat here for about a minute and came out. I was in and out. I did. I pulled up, parked right here. I was in and out. That's it. Oh, we're gonna wait. I'm waiting for my partner. I understand that, but well, you had time to park across these lanes here, so we're gonna wait a little longer. We're just gonna figure it out, man. I know. All right. So what we figuring out? We're gonna figure out what we're gonna do. Whether you're gonna get ticket it's whatever. You can't do that by yourself. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I did, but yeah. I'm trying to get on the horn to cancel all this. I just wanted one. I just wanted one. All right. All I wanted was one extra and the whole cancel. Yeah. Well, this guy was trying to get his tires to back up. See, that's you really don't need to. Okay.
All right, so he was arrested, handcuffed and arrested, and he was also taken to the hospital, and he's seen the next day, at the game with marks on his face, like cuts, strawberries, and stuff like that. And he didn't make any. He refused to comment on it at the time. Here's actually
Gap on the side of your face is from that incident.
I mean, like I said, it's an issue I'm dealing with right now. That's all I can really want to. That's all I really want to say right now.
So, like I said, the officers have been disciplined. I'm not sure which officers, and the chief of police, Alfonso Morales, apologized for the incident. Said, he wants to be more transparent with the community, and when somebody's in the force has done something that he feels is wrong, or he wants to be upfront about it. I seemed pretty upfront in his statement. But the original police report, before the body came out, it said Sterling Brown became very aggressive, said the officer, who called for another squad car, and then several others show up. As a sergeant who arrived interviewed Brown, he physically resisted officers' attempts to handcuff him. The arresting officer wrote in the report, he was taken to the ground in a controlled manner. The officer said he tried to help his colleagues because Brown continued to resist being handcuffed. A taser was employed to get Brown in control with handcuffs. According to the arresting officer, police said Brown resisted and obstructed an officer, which is a misdemeanor according to the report. He was later seen at a hospital, the report said. He was booked, issued a parking ticket, and released from the Milwaukee County Jail. A WISN reported Brown was not criminally charged after police authorities reviewed reports and body cam footage, the department said. And he has released a statement. Here it says, my experience in January with the Milwaukee Police Department was wrong and shouldn't happen to anybody. What should have been a simple parking ticket turned into an attempt at police intimidation, followed by an unlawful use of physical force, including being handcuffed and tased, and then unlawfully booked. The experience with the Milwaukee Police Department has forced me to stand up and tell my story so that I can help prevent these injustices from happening in the future. Situations like mine and worse happen every day in the black community. Being a voice and a face for people who won't be heard and don't have the same platform I have is a responsibility I take seriously. I'm speaking for Dante Hamilton of Milwaukee, Laquan McDonald of Chicago, Stephen Clark of Sacramento, Eric Garner of New York, and the list goes on. These people aren't able to speak anymore because of unjust actions by those who are supposed to serve and protect the people. And it goes on. So that's the story there, man. So it's I think the very first statement had the officer just giving him a ticket. I think it would have just ended there, man. But it didn't. All right, thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.